This is J.O. in LA, and today I want to talk about what seems like a very unfortunate situation that has never been explained so far. So, Jamie York was proposed to be put on the Ethics Commission. She was voted unanimously at a meeting of the City Council. But then, within seconds, a council member made a motion to undo what was done and to reject Jamie from being appointed. And all of the people who voted yes all of a sudden voted no. And at the same time, nobody in the public was allowed to come back to the podium and ask questions. There was no explanation. It is apparent that this is a Brown Act violation of the council members because this was all pre-planned, or we have a bunch of council people who are just a bunch of liars who decided to go in another direction because one of their council members said, let's do it. And I don't believe that, but I do believe there's a Brown Act violation. I do believe that something got passed around by one council member who has an absolute hard-on for neighborhood councils and the neighborhood council system and people who buck the trend. Obvious this has been happening out in Sunland, Tujunga, and those areas with this council member who has gone after the neighborhood councils now for a few years. But having said that, this is not about them. This is about Jamie and her reputation. And I think the general public deserves answers as to why our council people flipped their votes and why nobody was allowed to testify again as to a new motion that was being brought to completely change the outcome of a motion that was already passed. So, I'm asking all 15 council members, stand up and tell us exactly what happened in this situation. This is not a personnel issue. This is a commissioner potential that was accepted and then summarily rejected in a separate motion. Council people, stand up, be honest, and tell us what happened. This is Jay on a very pathetic LA at this point.